What is up, everybody? Merida Gaming here, and back for another World of Tanks live stream. And today, Frontline's back. All right, let's go ahead and get over. Let's go ahead and get switched over to it. So yeah, if you've not played Frontline, basically it is more than 9 normal maps put together. Well, maybe not 9. Maybe like 3 normal maps or 9 of the smaller maps, all combined into one giant map. I think we've got 3 different ones. We've got like a desert-ish one, a snow map, and a whatever they call it, summer map. And it's kind of at random. And the goal is to capture. It's kind of like Encounter, where you have to capture a central location and there's a bunch of grid squares and you move from one to the next, or you're trying to defend. Actually, I guess it's more like assault, isn't it? But anyway, the nice thing is about it that once you die, the game's not over. You actually get to pick a different tank and go in. Now you have basically three, I don't know what to call it, lives, but respawns that slowly refill. So every time you die, that tank or that slot is on a 5-minute refill. And then if you get through all 3 of your tanks rather quickly, then you're sitting there for a little while before your next tank is available. But that being said, you want to have quite a few different tanks set up depending on how the battle progresses, so that you can have different options available. So I went ahead and set up, a few different of each type. First, you got our lights, the ELC for spotting and super whatever sneaky stuff, because the camo on this is ridiculous. Then we got the LT432 just because you can still spot with it, but it's got enough armor to actually deal with the heavier tanks. So definitely good use, or good tank for this mode. Then for mediums, I went for the standard, Progetto and Barask, because clip tanks work really well in this game mode. And then just because the Kampfpanzer has a really fast reload of 4 seconds, it's almost like an auto reloader or auto loader. Then we move on to TDs, the one that I'm grinding because it's on track, because we get between 1 and 3 or 1000 XP per game for whatever when we start in first, as long as we stay alive pretty well. I'm working down the Foch B line, so we're working on the AMX AC48, which we basically, I want to say I need the tracks, which is what I'm working on now, and then we will end up getting and working towards the tier 9. Actually, we could probably just skip the tracks and just keep playing it to get the tier 9. And of course, my current favorite TDs, the AMX CDA 105, just because it's really fast, you can maneuver really well. Really good pin on the standard rounds, so you end up not using your gold rounds, so you actually start making money with this thing. And then the same thing with the SU-130, just because sometimes the turret helps a little bit better. And then for heavies, still went with the clip designs. We might throw in something else after the first round if I feel like I need a beefier heavy, I would say. But we're going to go with the Skoda, and then the other one I'm kind of grinding, the Progetto 54. This thing has a little bit problems with pinning stuff, even with its gold rounds. But you can make it work because there's a lot of mass chaos in this game mode. But yeah, anyway, we're going to start off a game with our AC. Try to get... Oh, and the good thing about Frontline, if you don't know, is there are battle pass points here and bonds. And then there's a few other rewards as well. So we got bonds every so many. And then you get the experimental equipment. So really great way to get these, because these are not easy to get sometimes. Although I think they're getting more and more common in the battle pass. But there's like 400 total. The 2 through 4, I'm not even going to count. I'm too lazy to count it. But then you also have, like through this, you're going to have another 200 bonds, plus another 500, so 700 bonds there. Another few bonds here. And then eventually what you're going to get is one of these universal manuals, which is very handy for all those new tanks we're grinding. But yeah, so definitely worth checking out. And then the other thing, you have these extra little slots here that you can use your gold that you get as you level up in the game mode to unlock different things depending on how you like to play. I will probably